So it's January 2nd, 2024. Oh my gosh, no, it's January 2nd, 2025. That's gonna happen a lot where forget that it's a new year, whatever. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm gonna be 27. I'm gonna join the. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Knock on wood. But I like to think about all the people, the famous people who died when they were 27. Whoa, okay, that just got really heavy in my mind. I was thinking, like, what if I died when I was 27? What if I die this year? Knock on wood. What if I die this year? Would I be happy with what I've done so far? And I think I would be. Obviously, I'm young. There's still so much life left to be lived. So many things to see. So many experiences to be had. Obviously, I haven't had kids yet. There's a lot. But I think what I have done so far is a lot, and I'm pretty proud of who I am today. I've been through so much. I've been through so many phases, experienced so many different things. And I have no regrets. Yeah, there are some, mean, vicious things that I've done in the past. And yeah, I do kind of regret those things. The things that I did intentionally to hurt people, those are the things I regret. But other things, like mistakes I've made otherwise, they're not really mistakes. They're just things that helped me get to where I am today and get to the mindset that I'm in today. And I obviously have a long way to go. Well, obviously, you don't know what's in my mind, but I have a long way to go in terms of my mindset and my happiness and peace in life. But considering where I was, I've come a long way. But all those things that I've been through, I don't regret those things. They've helped me expand my mind. They've helped me rule out things that I don't like in life. They've helped me find things that I like. They've brought me to places, to people that I was supposed to meet. Truly, everything builds on each thing. Everything builds. And I think about like the small things, like, for example, if I didn't make this one decision to, so the thing that sticks out to me the most is I was in college. I was into crystals at the time, and I wanted to wear them, so I just started making jewelry for myself to wear, like earrings and necklaces. Somebody noticed it. They're like, wow, where did you get that? I said, I made that. Then they bought it. They wanted me to sell it to them, so I made one especially for them. They bought it. It's like, whoa. Another person asked me. I sold it to them. Another person asked me, and then I just started making jewelry and selling it, and then I got invited to an event to sell my jewelry, and then another event asked me, and I just kept going to all these different events, meeting different people. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why don't I make jewelry could have gone so far with that. I don't know. I just stopped. I'm going in so many different directions right now with this thought, but one of them is I'm playing out why I stopped making jewelry. And I remember I was selling at these markets, and I was making a lot of money with it. And, it started getting tiresome, like laborious to do this and make these things. And I really didn't like crystals anymore. I didn't like that I had to buy these things in bulk and like buy all this material that I didn't know where it was coming from, and I just had to make these things, and it was like the same thing over and over again, and I didn't like it. So then I started selling clothes. I was really good at selling, like reselling thrifted vintage stuff, and I was selling that, and I was doing that for a while with the jewelry. I was doing both of those things. I was setting up these tents. I was doing like over 6 hours of selling, 2 hours setting up by myself, cold weather, rainy weather. And it was really fun for a while, and I was making good money, and I saved a lot. But then I was like, this isn't sustainable. I don't know. So I realized that I needed to find more money, and I got back into what I went to school for, English, and I started getting into teaching. I'm getting my teaching certification. I'm currently teaching. Anyways, I started making jewelry for myself. It brought me to all these different events. It brought me to meeting all these different people. And then eventually, this event that I was continuously selling at, we're like, oh, we're going to start one in Colorado. Who wants to come do the first event with us and test it out? And I was like, what? I've always wanted to go to Colorado, so I'm going to go. Fuck it. If it doesn't work out, it's fine. At least I got to go on a trip to this state that I've always wanted to go to. So I went by myself. Didn't really know many people. I know a few of the sellers there. And I ended up having a really fucking amazing time. And, it was all over. And I decided I was going to stay a little bit longer by myself and, like, explore Denver. And I found a hostel to stay at. So I had the people drop me off at the hostel before they went back to New Jersey. I was at this hostel, and I was like, I remember I was writing in my journal how depressed I was and sad that I'm like never gonna date anyone again, and that I was just so low. And I remember telling myself I'm done dating. This was because I got out of a relationship a really hard breakup. Like, I think it was like 6 months prior to this, and I was still in that depression from it because it ended really badly, or suddenly. I would say it wasn't even bad, it was just sudden. And I was just like in a really bad, other than the fact that I went to this state, Colorado, by myself, and I was having like a fun trip, I was still in like a weird sad mindset, like just lonely. And I remember I was like journaling about it, and just like all of my sad girl emo feels in this hostel. And that was where, okay, so I was in this hostel doing this, and I remember I was sitting on the bench by myself. It was like a little nook in the windows, and I was sitting there writing, and I just remember like all these people around me were like having fun and laughing, and I just felt kind of like sad. And I was there because I was there, and I wanted to be around people still, because that's why I like to go to hostels. You get to be around people, and you have the choice of talking to people whether you want to or not. And at this particular time, I didn't want to talk to anyone, but I still wanted to be around people. I didn't want to just be in my tiny little hostel bed. So, and that is where I met somebody who changed my life forever. And if I hadn't had started making jewelry for myself, if if I didn't take those leaps to start selling it to people and go to these markets, I wouldn't have gotten to that point where I met this person. So it just shows me that like everything you do leads to something. Every decision, and that's why sometimes I get so overwhelmed with like these little decisions in life, because I feel like there's so much weight on them. There's so much weight on any decision, and I feel that weight. Like for my birth, for example, before I talk about this, I just want to take a sip of this cacao. And I have another marshmallow again. This is a mint chip honey marshmallow. I'm going to put it in my cacao. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow is my birthday, and I'm feeling that weight of those decisions. Like, what am I gonna do for my birthday? I have to have fun. I have to find the perfect thing to do. To find the perfect restaurant. Is it too much to go to the city? Should I just stay home and have people over? Should I go roller skating? It's like all these little decisions. I'm worrying about what is going to be the perfect time. What am I going to have the most fun with? But like in reality, you can make anything fun. In reality, any of those things could be the right decision, and any of those things I could just roll with and make it the right decision. It doesn't have to be like this perfect birthday celebration where I plan everything out perfectly and it's just not going to work out. But I still feel that weight on me to choose the perfect thing. I'm worrying more about that than like actually being able to enjoy my birthday. But yeah, 27 Club, here I come. Knock on wood. I'm not joining the 27 Club. It's not my year. But it did feel like just yesterday where I turned 21. It did feel like just yesterday where I turned 22 and I was singing Taylor Swift's song 22 on the streets of New York City when I turned 22 at midnight. It did feel like I just turned 24. Wow, 24 seems very close, but like so far away. Like that was 3 years ago. What was I doing when I was 24? I don't even know. But I'm 20. I'm going to be 27. It really is very crazy to think about. You could just die. Like, you can literally die at any moment. People like don't think about that enough. Like going through your day-to-day life, worrying about these tiny things, like these menial things, like, am I doing the right thing in front of my boss? Are my students like, am I saying the right thing to my students? Are we reading at the right pace? Did I write this note the right way? Did I say that thing to my boss in a proper way? Like, we get wrapped up in these things, but like, can we just stop and realize like we can die at any moment? We can die, and like that makes life seem that much more special. If that at any moment it's all gone, what you're seeing in front of you, everything, like your family, like it could all be gone. Like, we should start thinking like that more. Like, get off our fucking phones, our screens, and start like paying attention to little things like the sound of birds. Like, look at that dog walking by all happy. He's happy. He all he cares about is that he's alive and running outside with his owner. His owner is right by his side. That's all he cares about. I'm definitely one person to take things for granted. Like, I definitely appreciate people. I definitely do. My family, my friends. I'm very good at showing and feeling gratefulness towards people. But honestly, I could be better. I really could be better at it. But we all can. I got a doctor's note to stay home from work today, which I did, and tomorrow. And I felt sick when I woke up today. I felt like a good decision to not go to work. But like tomorrow, I'm almost like nervous to be out on a second day in a row. Like, I feel like I need to feel really sick in order to not go to work. I don't know. I still feel a little sick, but I also feel like I could work. But I just took a walk to the grocery store, and I got like very lightheaded from that. I got very congested, and my throat started hurting from that. So I don't know. Who knows? All I know is that this marshmallow tastes really good in this cacao right now, and it's so creamy and frothy. I wish I could show you. But yeah. I'm scared, or I'm sad that this feels like a birthday where I'm not gonna have this like huge party and get drunk and have all these people around me. It hasn't been like that for a few years now, but like, I'm like, oh shit, am I getting old now where I don't even want to like have a party? But I don't even have like enough friends to have a party at the same time. I have like 4 or 5 like good friends, which I still thought that could be a party. Yeah, I don't know. Life ebbs and flows. I'm sure one day, I'll meet some people or have some neighbors that, want to celebrate with me. Or I'll have more family or more kids, friends, whatever. Yeah. I'm just happy that I'm in good health, that I can work, that my family's all still around me and healthy for the most part, and close by, that I can see them whenever I want. And I'm happy and grateful for that. don't need to have this huge celebration. I could just enjoy my birthday with a few people, and that's that. Start a whole new year of being 27. I just can't use any white lighters this year. I can't use any white lighters. I'm gonna try to stay away from drugs, which I usually do. And yeah, I think that's all I really have to say for the rest of this video. I am a little sick still, and I think, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here and think about what I'm gonna do tomorrow for my birthday.